Good morning, everyone. Starting off the new year, January 1st, 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. The reason why January 1st is chosen as the New Year's is one, in the East, at dawn, the galactic bulge is rising in the East. At midnight is when the ball drops, every midnight on January 1st. Virgo is rising. Virgo is rising. And Pisces is falling. Pisces is our era. They do this when Virgo is rising, the opposite age. Betelgeuse is high in the sky. This is Ardra. This is the house of storms, the house of Rudra. This is the highest point where Atlas is being held up. Here's Atlas chained at the stroke of midnight. Here he is holding up the world. The ball, this is the ball that's falling. That's beginning to fall now. This is the ball that's beginning to fall now. The ball at midnight turned the new year, and now the ball of Atlas is falling for the rest of the year. This axis, the Rudra axis, is an MC point, is the highest point in the sky. In fact, I'll show you. Okay, right here. Here's the MC point. 2026, yep, Lahiri. Here is Orion and Auriga. So this is the axis of where Gemini is, right in the middle of Gemini. So this is the ninth, the ninth and 10th house. This is the ninth and 10th house right here. The division, which becomes Sagittarius, Capricorn, which is invoking Sagittarius, Capricorn, which is invoking Altair, the big ear, the new you. This is the new you. This is what you kiss every New Year's moment, the new you. Because the stars give you the energy. The houses is where you receive it and how you receive it. To all acquaintance be forgot. Auld Lang Syne. Scottish, it's a Scottish song. What is the Burns original Scots verse? Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind, should old acquaintance be forgot, and Auld Lang Syne. And surely you'll be your pint stoop, and surely I'll be mine. And we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And surely you'll buy your pint cup, and surely I'll buy mine. And we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. We twa have run about the braes, we have run about the hills, and hoed the gowans fine, and picked the daisies fine. But we've wandered mony a weary fit, but we've wandered many a weary foot, sin Auld Lang Syne. Since Auld Lang Syne. We've twa had paid in the burn, we've twice paddled in the stream, frae morning sun till dine, from morning sun till eating. But seas between us bray hae roared, but seas between us broad have roared, sin Auld Lang Syne, since Auld Lang Syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fear, and there's a hand, my trusty friend, and gie's a hand of thine, and give me a hand of thine, and we'll take a right good wheelie, wot, and we'll take a good right, and we'll take a right good wheel draught for Auld Lang Syne, for Auld Lang Syne. At the moment of your highest achievement of the day. This is taking drinks and picking daisies, enjoying the world, but not your spirit. for Auld Lang Syne. Getting rid of who you are. Getting rid of your higher self is basically what it's saying. Now, January 1st at noon is opposite midnight. And notice Fomalhaut is rising at noon, which is in the daytime, which is blind. They totally disregard Fomalhaut. They're totally disregarding it. Again, it's the stone the builders reject. Sunset is the preferable way these people like to begin their day. So on the 31st, or not 6, we want 18. Where's the sun? Here's the sun. 18, go back an hour. So at sunset, okay, here's sunset. The night before, this is when their day begins. In the east, Gemini is rising with Orion, with the house of Rahu, with their Hercules, their Atlas, their house of eclipse worship, their constellation of eclipse worship. That's what Orion is. Their Masonic constellation of 4 stars. Let me get rid of let me get rid of here. 4 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, surrounding 3. 4 surrounding 3. The box surrounding the Trinity. And this is also, as Levet has shown, we have this star here, Ein, Oculus Boreas. Ein, right here, Ein, Soph. This is Ein Soph. This is the incorporation of their eclipse worship, of the chaos worship, Ein Soph. Ein Soph is, okay, Ein Soph is, according to the most prominent source, is infinite light and the power of is. People the world over have different ways to talk about G space D. They can't even say it. At some point, the Kabbalists began using the title Or Ein Sof, which means infinite light. For example, know that before the emanations were emanated and the creations were created, there was a supernal, simple light filling all of existence. There was no vacant space. Rather, all was filled with that simple, endless light. There was no beginning and no end. Rather, all was one simple light, with a single equivalence. This is what is called the Or Ein Sof, infinite light. Okay. According to HebrewForChristians.com. What does God mean in Kabbalah? The idea of Ein Sof. Kabbalah does not begin with the revealed name or attributes of God given in Scripture, but rather with God's concealed essence. In that regard, Kabbalah's approach is similar to the forms of medieval natural theology that attempts to understand God's existence or attributes through the exercise of human reason alone. Human reason alone. However, since human reason is limited in this venture, and we can only say that what God is not rather than saying what God is, that's negative theology. Consequently, God is called Ein Sof. Ein Sof, the infinite or boundless. The Hebrew word Ein means there is not and refers to no thingness. And the word for Sof refers to an end or limit. So Ein Sof refers to infinite nothingness. Nothingness, infinite. So Ein, Akos Boreas, means nothingness, and Sof means infinite. So infinite nothingness, right in between. And right in between is the 3 stars of Orion's belt, and here is the Orion Nebula. This is Ein Sof, the incorporation of the house of Rahu, the house of the eclipse point of not knowing yourself. That's Rahu. Ketu is the eclipse point of knowing yourself. Safe. Ein. This is Levet revealed this many years ago. Thank you for Levet. More Ein Sof. Ein, Ein Sof, Ein Sof R. The 3 veils of negative existence. This is webofkabbalah.com. The 3 veils reside above the tree of life and represent the outer limit of existence and the initial impulse of creation. Ein is the highest and first of the veils. It is literally translated as nothing, or simply no. It is absolute emptiness, the opposite of existence, complete absence. Isn't that nice? Ein Sof is the middle of the 3 veils. It proceeds from Ein by necessity. It is literally translated as no limit. If there is nothing, then there are no boundaries or limitations. This is the limitless foundation, the eternal in its purest sense. Ein Sof R is the lowest veil, situated closest to the tree of life, and it proceeds from Ein Sof as another necessity. It means limitless or eternal light. Well, Ein Sof R is not what we're looking for. It's the Ein Sof we're looking for. It is literally translated as no limit. At sunset, the beginning of their night, the beginning of the night's revelation, the beginning of the Babylonian and Phoenician day is their night, is when Orion rises at 5 o'clock at night. Ein, this here is Ein Sof, and this is no limit. This is no limit right here. The house of Rahu, the house of not knowing yourself. There's no limit to that. This is what they control at sunset, the beginning of their day, which is not the beginning of your day. It's the beginning of their day. Here's another, right here's this is Ein Sof. Of course, they have it bastardized as Sin Sof, where nature is decentralized, but humanity is hierarchical. Isn't that something? Babylon. This is their no limit right here. This is their no limit. Nothingness and no limit. Because with the nothingness, there's no limit. Everything is double talk. This is nothing to them, but it means everything to them because it's their gold. It's their gold of giving us what to look at, which is nothing. Whereas here is our gold. The Roman deity of double talk.